Hey there, Leos. This is your May 2019 channeled message from Spirit, as well as intuitive Horoscope for you, so you make the most out of May. For those of you who are new to me, hi, my name is Kelly. I'm an intuitive coach, very law of attraction based. Let's jump straight into the reading, shall we, Leos? Let's see what Spirit has to say. Being in relationship. Being in relationship is a little bit harder than you thought it would be, is a little bit more difficult, requires a bit more effort. There's always so much focus when someone is single and wanting love in about the fun you'll have, the roses you'll share, the cuddles you'll share, the fluff, the love and duff. And then when it comes down to it, two people or more, for this example, two people coming together to create something better than they could on their own, this part sometimes requires navigation. It's really up to you to the degree, the type of relationship that you want. It could just be we come together to share good times and that's it. You don't get too involved in the other person's life. They're your lover. If you want to create something that you couldn't create on your own, it does require a what is your need? Are you feeling good? What is your need? Are you feeling good? Let's make sure both people's needs come together and get met in a positively uplifting way. This negotiation phase is what you're learning this month, Leo. It's kind of like an example we could give you is what is a leader? There's that alpha guy who's, I'm alpha. We're not saying this is you, Leo. For some of you, this is going to hit home. For some of you, use this as an example to get your own epiphany. But it's when there's that alpha person who they have the mindset, the image of, if I'm in relationship, it's because I'm a leader. If we're a good team and I'm a good leader, no matter what I say, they're going to be happy to do it. Hey, I want to do X, Y, Z. Well, I want to do this. Your ego can sometimes be at stake. Oh, they rejected my idea. No, that's not what they did, Leo. What they did was, hey, okay, can we also incorporate this? Or, hey, I'd like to do that. Can we also do this? They might have worded it harsher than how we worded it. But just because you give an idea and someone provides feedback, it's not a critique, it's not a blow to your ego. It doesn't mean they don't love you. Because that's going to quickly get you into this place of, I need 100% obedience to what I say. Does that sound like a positively uplifting relationship to you, Leo? That's a relationship that requires obedience. Versus hey, I'd love to take the family here. Okay, babe, I just need XYZ. Okay, let me take your need into account when I make the plan to get this vision done. Leos, you need to learn, you need to discover, you need to be open to taking into account other people's needs. Because what's going on a little bit is that you think, this is fun. If someone goes, no, I like doing this. Like, let's use the example. There's people who love roller coasters, the thrill of it, the excitement of it, the rush of it. And then there's other people who are, that's unneeded adrenaline and anxiety in my life. No, I don't like that. You guys might go into music park together. For you to enjoy it, you want to go on a lot of rides. You're going to want them to go on some of them with you. They may want to shop. Instead of you, well, don't be boring. If we're going to have fun, we have to do this. That's the obedience. That's the my way or the highway. Okay, babe, well, I want to have fun. These are the 100% the rides I 100% want to go on. These would be nice. Okay, you want to go shopping? I'll shop. Just as you sometimes want someone to do the roller coaster with you, they sometimes want someone to do the shopping with them, Leo. You're learning how to give so the other person feels just as fulfilled as you this month. And with that, we invite Kelly to pull two cards and then her normal spread. Okay, guys, and I have two exciting announcements about new ways to work with me. Stick around to the end of the video if you want to hear those ways. And yes, one of them is free. Okay, so the two cards that Spirit wanted pulled for you, though, Leo. Ooh, you were definitely kind of in your head. You got the Nine of Fire card upright. You got the Nine of Swords card upright. So you're definitely kind of in your head a little bit. You're definitely overanalyzing something, potentially emotional anguish. Yeah, you're just not having like you got the Three of Fire reversed. So it's kind of like, why won't they just do the plan that I said? If we do the plan that I said, then we would have fun. Instead, you're over here, they wouldn't do XYZ, we're therefore not having fun. Guys, no. You cannot sit there and go, if they would just listen to me, then we would have fun. It's got you got to have that epiphany switch. You got to have that introspective switch, Leo, to realize that sometimes you have to say, well, this is what would make the experience fun and great for me. What would you like to gain out of this experience? And then you two come together to build something that you couldn't on your own. Otherwise, you'll be stuck in those relationships where it's, well, hey, I like doing this. This person will join you for some of the time, but if they have different needs, like emotional needs, like cuddling, like talking, like art, like bookwork, if you dismiss it and say that's boring, they're going to move on in some of those areas without you, Leo. Point blank. Okay, so for those of you who are new to me, I always pull your soul level. It's kind of like a customized Celtic cross. I pull your soul level lesson, your human level lesson, why it's all coming up, and then we look a little bit into the past, present, and future. Then we're going to look into business for business owners. Then we're going to look into love, and we're also going to look into spiritual growth, just to give you the whole dissection of everything going on for you this month. All right, guys. Wow. Okay. So your soul level lesson this month is the Knight of Earth. And the Knight of Earth, your soul level lesson is, hey, slow down a bit. Especially since you guys are Leos, you guys are like the trend starters, you guys are like the go-getters, the high energy people. You're the Knight of Earth. That's your soul level lesson. And that's the knight who crosses his T's, dot his I's, makes his plan for his trip. He's the slower moving knight. But it's kind of like, the hare and the tortoise. Who won that race? The turtle beat the hare. So it's all about kind of making plans and doing it in a way that's inclusive of others. Be the team player. So your soul is literally yearning to slow down a bit. You don't need to rush to a decision. You don't need to rush to an emotional reaction. There's no need to rush. And it is about being more inclusive with other people. Your human level lesson. Oh, so check it out. Your human level lesson. This makes so much sense. Your human level lesson is the communication, the things picking up, things going at a fast pace. So what this means when they're coupled together is that you have to learn that even when there's a lot going on in your life, even when there's a lot of different areas in your life going on, like your wife, your kids, your business, your family, you have a lot of areas where there's stuff happening, you still have to learn to not rush, not just say something like, well, this is good enough. You've got to learn to kind of like slow down, set the solid foundation before you move forward quickly. Because it seems like right now you're just kind of jumping to the, well, let's just get it done. Let's just get it done. That's this card. But it's the Ten of Earth reverse. So the reason why this combo lesson's coming up for you is because the Ten of Earth reverse, you're never going to hit that happy, peaceful harmony state of life that is with a family that is like, look at it. It has the happy family card on there. So you're never going to hit that complete happiness that you're looking for until you learn how to slow down and not rush to action, not jump to assumptions, not jump to conclusions in communication with people. Because this is the communication card too. So you don't want to jump to conclusions about communication. You want to be more the knight and be a little more. You guys might really like the book, Difficult Conversations. You can scroll to my website for that one. It's on the must-have goodies page. A difficult conversation, that's where when someone says something, you have an emotional impact, instead of jumping to assumptions and conclusions that how it impacted you is their intention, you can always ask, hey, that felt really good. How did you mean that though? Ouch, that hurt. How did you mean that? That's this. So you guys are definitely kind of learning to like slow down and not rush, because that's what's going to get you like the ultimate happiness that you like, that very has to do with money and love, because it's the earth suit. Okay, so because in your past, yeah, okay, so in your past, it looks like this is you made a choice. You kind of realized that you took an action, you made a choice that didn't work out for you. This is kind of like the card of recognizing, oops, I was the one who messed up. Sometimes when you get mad and you yell, and then you realize, oh, it was just miscommunication. Oh, or like, I'm gonna give a very kind of basic immature example. It's kind of like that fiery person who sends a text and they don't hear anything back all day, so then they get all immature and just go, well, you didn't call me back. You get very passive aggressive. You get, well, they didn't answer my call, I'm not answering their phone call. That is like the lesson that you're learning. They didn't answer my phone call, I'm not answering theirs. You know what? In fact, I'm going to ignore their call for 2 days so they know how it feels. And then you realize 2 days later, after you've already had a little bit of a, temper tantrum and dumb fight, 2 days later, they're like, babe, my phone got ran over. I was trying to call you to pick me up from the store. And that's when you kind of realize, oh, I was the person who overreacted and jumped to conclusions. So something like that happened in your past, which is leading you, which is right now you're really you're going through the lesson of recognition of what does it mean to be a leader? What does it mean to be a team player? What does it mean to like look out for others? Because sometimes what can happen is when someone's in a leadership role, especially like younger men in relationships, or the younger person who takes on the masculine role in a relationship, even if it's like 2 females or 2 guys, the person who takes on the masculine role, it can be so easy to go, this is what you find fun, and you jump to conclusions that they find the exact same thing as fun. Can you find people who have things in common with you? People have commonalities? Yes, absolutely. But it's recognizing that they might have a different definition of fun, and how do you guys come together to make sure that you both have fun? I mean, the tarot cards are just repeating the message that Spirit told you. It's literally how to be a team player. That's your lesson this month, Leo. And that's your lesson, man. There can be a lot of things that come up for people who are going through that lesson. Your ego could get caught up. If you get caught up in, they didn't do what I wanted, they didn't pick up right away, that means they don't like me. A lot of younger people who I coach, they really get in that mindset of, nope, all the dating books say that if they really like you, they respond right away. Well, you guys, you know what? Sometimes people forget their phones at home. Sometimes people have classes where they turn their ringer off because they're focused on their class. Sometimes people are hanging out with their family. Sometimes people are making YouTube videos and they don't have their phone on. Sometimes people turn their ringer off at night when they sleep. A phone does not have to be an electronic leash, guys. Don't let your ego get attached to their reaction of what it means about you. You can always express like, oh, babe, it kind of hurt my feelings. I didn't hear from you all day. Are you okay? Something going on? And if you are all in one of those relationships where you're worried about them being tit for tat or them being petty, you be the mature one. Have the honest communication, because if they're being petty and immature, then leave the relationship. Don't try to out-petty them. All right, because it looks like, it looks like what's coming up in the future for you. You're not letting go. Okay, it looks like you're not going to want to let go of the idea of what you thought a leader was. Because this is the card that end of a difficult situation, you're moving in a direction, but you got it reversed. So it looks like you're definitely waking up and kind of realizing how to be a team player, but you're definitely just not wanting to like move on and like go. You're unwilling to let go of the old ways of doing things, Leo. Let me pull, before I go into business and money, let me pull some advice cards for you. Spirit, come on. How can they learn this leadership lesson a little bit easier, a little bit more enjoyable? Well, damn. It looks like you guys are definitely gonna, this is like a huge life lesson, soul level lesson for you. You may not wrap it up in the month of May, just to be honest. You got the Queen of Fire reversed, you got the Ace of Earth reversed, and you got the Death Major Arcana card upright. So the advice for you is, it looks like right now your communication has been very Queen of Fire. The Queen of Fire is very decisive, very cutting, very, that was BS that you didn't answer my phone all day. What's up with that, girl? Are you trying to diss me? That's the Queen of Fire. Reversed is, you have to learn a new way to communicate. You gotta become the Queen of Earth, guys, which is the, oh my God, babe, you're okay. I was so worried. Like, you didn't answer my phone call all day, and I got so worried about you. Like, oh my, what was going on, babe? Listen to them. Oh, well, babe, God, it kind of hurt my feelings. Can you answer the phone calls earlier? You hear, one's kind of like a jerk, one's kind of like inclusive, two people coming together. So it looks like you're definitely learning a new way to communicate instead of jumping to harsh conclusions, cutting and communicating in a cutting way. You're kind of learning to, hey, this is what I thought. I thought that meant you didn't like me, but how did you mean it? You're kind of asking that because you want to be the earth suit, essentially, Leo. And when the ace is upright, it means like a new direction, just a new direction for you. But it looks like you're not taking the new direction, and the new direction has to do with the way that you communicate to people. But you got the Death Major Arcana card clarifying all this, so it's kind of like a point blank, blunt, straight to the point message from Spirit. You got to drop the immature communication, Leo. You got to drop the jumping to conclusions. You got to drop that if you want to have love and happiness in your life. All right, let's move on to business, and then we'll look at love, and then we'll look at spiritual growth. So in terms of business, okay, so you got two main messages for business this month. One is trust your intuition. Like in business, if you have an idea and you run it by 10 people, you're going to get 10 different responses and 10 different ideas, 10 different answers of how you should do it. No more of that. You got the High Priestess upright. So it's definitely in business, in your work, in money. You got to trust your ideas. Like, let's say you paid a coach and hired them to help you with strategy. If you want to take what they did 80% and spin it, trust your intuition and go with it, okay? So it's definitely trusting yourself, and it's definitely enjoying what you've got. You've kind of got to get back into appreciation for what you do have before the next huge growth is, because it looks like, so you got the Hermit card reversed. So there's a little bit of stubbornness. There's a little bit of not necessarily wanting to do things a new way, not wanting to deviate from a plan. But you gotta trust your intuition this month, because your intuition is guiding you. And you have to get back into what you appreciate and enjoy about work for your next level. Let me pull a clarifying card. Yeah, because right now, look, you got the King of Water reverse clarifying the Nine of Earth. So you're definitely, they want to guide you. You got the King of Fire reverse clarifying the Hermit reverse. So this is you got to get out of your shell, and you got to do something in a new way. Because it's reversed, it means you're being resistant to change. And it's kind of like, because you got the King of Fire clarifying it reversed, it's like no, this is how it worked in the past. This is how it's always worked. Guys, look at Toys R Us. Toys R Us is now going out of business because they didn't keep up and compete with Amazon online. So there's a little bit of stubbornness of, no, this is how it worked in the past. No, this is the way it is. No, this is the product I offer. No, you guys got to listen to your intuition. You got to listen to your customers. What do they want? You might have to change your product a little bit to meet their needs more. So you gotta let go of the old ways, Leo. You gotta trust your intuition more, and get back into appreciation for what you do appreciate about your business, because that's ultimately you're not enjoying your work and your business as much as you could be at all. Some of you might actually be hating it. But what can happen is when someone grows, that growth becomes their new default norm. So it's so easy to forget how much, when you first got this, you appreciated it. Like some of my clients, when When some of my clients get their first $10,000 sale, they're like, oh my God, this is great. I'm so, so happy. In 2, 3, 4 months' time, I'm only selling at 10,000. How can I ever live off of this? You're hitting that kind of a moment like, this isn't as much money as I want to be taking. This isn't the lavish vacation I want to be taking. You got to take some moment to appreciate it. And so my favorite exercise when something like that comes up, go back 2 months, 2 years, 3 years. What were your problems back then? What were you celebrating back then? Just to remind yourself how much you've grown and to know if you can grow from here to what you enjoy now, you're obviously going to get the next growth as well. Okay, so let's take a look at love. Well, love isn't going that well for you. You got the Star card reversed, you got the Two of Air upright, you got the Three of Air reversed. So some of you might be healing from a heartache still. Some of you, you're kind of like stuck in analysis paralysis. Should I give the ex a chance? Should I move forward with this person? Should I leave this person? There's definitely just like stuck energy right now. And it's some of you have even given up on love. Like maybe love just isn't for me. Maybe love just isn't in the cards for me. Some of you are definitely healing over an ex. Some of you are definitely wondering if you should give another person a chance or not. But let me give you some advice cards for that. Well, I very rarely give this kind of advice, but your advice is definitely move on. In love, Leo, your advice is move on. You're kind of in your head. You got the Nine of Air reversed. You got the Eight of Earth reversed. The Eight of Earth, when it's upright, it means put in the work. You got it reversed. So you're in your head about it a lot. It's definitely like anguish for you. You're doubting if you should put in the work or not. But for the outcome card, you got the Two of Fire. The Two of Fire is the card where you like kind of come into your own movement forward, the start of something new. So it either means move on from the dumb petty fight that you're in, say your apologies, or it could mean move on from a relationship. No matter what, you can't stay in that place of, did she do me wrong? Did I do her wrong? You have to get out of that place, whether you either decide to forgive, forget, move on, or break up and move on. You got to move on because it's just taking up too much of your energy. It's draining you too much. Like you guys can't be there forever. Okay, let's look at your spiritual growth. You got the Four of Fire upright, the Ten of Fire reversed, and the Seven of Air upright. So for spiritual growth, it's kind of like you've hit a little bit of contentment, a little bit of happiness of something that you can now do that you couldn't do before. It's definitely, I can meditate now and quiet my mind for 15 minutes type of happiness. With the Ten of Fire reversed and the Seven of Air upright, though, it's pretty much Spirit telling you there is so much more. There's so much more growth ahead. Essentially, don't get smug in the spiritual growth that you've gotten so far. Enjoy it. Be content with it. Enjoy your success, knowing that there's more. It pretty much, their message for spirit, don't get smug thinking that now you're enlightened, now you're 3D, now you're 5D. Don't get smug, because if you get smug, you're going to stop your growth right there. If you enjoy where you're at, oh, I can quiet my mind right now, that feels really good. Enjoy that. At some point, 2 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, you're going to hit a point where you're like, oh, this isn't as cool as it used to be. Then you'll get your next bit of growth. So don't get smug there. Wow, I kind of feel like Spirit is a little brutal to you guys this month, Leo. Comment below. Let me know what's going on. Give me a thumbs up if you like the card. Definitely let me know what's going on. For those of you who are sticking around to the end for the exciting announcements, I am so excited. Let's start with the free offering first before I talk about my membership program. This Wednesday, May 8th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. I'm calling in a colleague, so you're going to get 2 spiritual channels. We're doing free mini reads the first hour. So come one, come all, enjoy the shifts from spirit, come hang out with us. Free reads the first hour. The second hour, we're going to do $30 questions because there's some people who just have one question that they want the answer to. The second hour is for you if that's you. We'll give you instructions on the live. It will be done via PayPal. There's a way for you to submit your questions while you pay, and we'll answer it live for you. Because some people don't need a full reading. Some people just have one question that they want the answer to. So join us whether you're free or paid the second hour. It's just going to be live here on my YouTube channel. So for those of you who are sticking around for my High Vibe Club announcement, I am doing a soft launch this month. It's a soft launch because the tech is completely set up on my website now. I just don't have all the content loaded up in there, so don't worry, I'm giving you some bonus and some gifts if you join me on the soft launch. My goal is by June to have 100 hours of content in there, 100 hours of spirit channeling on every topic: sleep paralysis, starting a business. Should I quit my job to start a business? How do I start a business? Also from how do I grow my business? How do I grow from $10,000 months to $20,000 months? That info's in there as well. There's also how do I sell my business for $250,000? How do I fundraise? There's also my 2-year-old passed away. How do I move through the grief? I haven't had dates in 5 years. I'd like to get dates. We're going to get every single topic in there. Not only that, content's going to be updated weekly from work with some one-on-one clients and some group works. We're going to put in some information in there for you guys, but you guys can also submit questions that you want to hear Spirit channel on as well. You're also going to get, that's the do-it-yourself gal. There's a do-it-yourself option that's $12.99 a month. This month, if you join, because it's a soft launch, I'm also going to give you access to the workshop that the VIP level gets. And I'm also going to open up about my own personal spiritual growth in there, my own personal spiritual life in there. So if you kind of just want more updates on like my life and what Spirit's giving me as my next level of growth, I'm going to open up to that in my club. There's also the VIP where you get a once a month live workshop where it's going to be very interactive. It's going to be a live call. You'll be able to speak directly with Spirit on your topic. For those of you in the do-it-yourself area, you will get access to that call as well. So there are so many ways to shift and grow. This club is definitely for you. If you want to keep growing personally, spiritually, financially, and you want to go in a positive direction, come join the High Vibe Club. Because it's a soft launch, the do-it-yourself people, you get access to the workshop this month. If you join at that level, I am giving you the program that's normally $99 for $1 this month. So come, check it out, see if it's right for you. You get the live workshop that is May 25th, and it's month to month, so you can cancel at any time. And the first 50 people who sign up, there are still 43 spots left at the time this video will post. I will also gift you my 5 steps to manifest anything and everything that you want 6-week course to the first 50 people who sign up. So love you guys. Hope to see you there. Mwah.